I think it's working. I think it's working. I don't know. You can't see me. It's working, but it is definitely working. Yes! Yes, we got it going on. Hey guys, sorry it took so long to get this stuff working. It doesn't seem to be um, showing up on my machine, but I'm assuming that you guys can see me. So let me know that you can see me in the chat on the Twitch page, so that I know that you know that we know where to go. Yeah, whatever, something like that. So we got kind of a really big show today. Lots and lots of stuff to do. Lots of fun things have happened this week. I'm gonna pull this up here so I can see what we're supposed to be talking about today. Um, okay, so Ken Shadow can see me. Hello, Brian. How are you, sir? Michael, good to see you. Good to see all the usual suspects out there. Nice to see everybody this week. Seem to be all over the place. Oh, so everybody's saying hi to each other in the chat. Say hi to the Pixel. Cool. So we've got a lot to do, a lot to get to today. We've got a lot of things to talk about. We're going to show you guys in our first Play with the Devs segment at the very end of the show some of the stuff we're working on, and then we'll play together. So what are we doing this week? Well, we've been working on, we're working on the Smart Mine, the manufacturing tool, the Sentinel Orb. All are getting the first pass. We've got the radar working, but we've got to replace the cockpit, because right now if we tried to run the radar, the little ball that shows where everybody is on there would take over most of your screen. So we've done all new cockpit that's coming in, and the radar ball will be proper sized. Incendious has been promoted. Bump to the boss. That's right. We're going to see a little bit about that. Deployable turret. We now have a deployable turret for the Wasp and the Warlock. So this is the first version of the turret. Eventually you'll be able to upgrade the turret. It's kind of like getting a better gun in Call of Duty, things like that. But for now, it's working. I'm reading about Kin Shadow. Just scared me there. So, okay. Single player, we're still white boxing. Working on blueprints for the map building. Small Hunter bot is nearing deployment. And the Halloween stuff, as I said, will be being turned off in the next build. But rather than me talk about it, let's just show you.
But if I enter its field of vision, oh, now it's looking at me. Yeah, now it's looking at me. It's gonna keep looking at me. Oh, round I go.
Always some fun stuff to show you in Studio Snapshot. As you can see, the work never stops here. We continue to trudge ahead with our tiny team, the tiny tonsilloided team. We're making big progress, so as you can see, and we'll show you some of that stuff coming up here in a minute. I want to remind everybody that forum feedback's coming in just a second, but we want to make sure that you guys post in the forums, get your stuff out there. Let us know if you have any questions about, when this is coming even, or what's going on with this, or how do I get into map building, or any question you might have. Let us know, because that's what we're here for. We want to be as open as possible in development. Now, we're all spread out all over the world, in fact, in Finland and Germany and the U.S. And we had a guy in Japan, but now he got a job somewhere else. And so anyway, so we were all the whole encompassing of the world, but now we're just mostly Europe and U.S. So that's kind of neat. But we want your questions. So get into forum feedback. Get in there, post it. And when you do post it, you get, by the way, out before we go too far into this, one of our members out there sent in, Rob made a kind of flippant comment last week about how, we're watching our shekels, and we're a small team and we have to do that. So out of the goodness of his heart, Senalaya, well, I don't really want to talk. It's hard to describe how freaking cool this is. Let me just show it to you.
Hey, Rob.
Hey, Eric. I hear you have something for me.
I do. One of our fans sent you a gift.
A package.
A package.
From Sinalaya, I believe.
From Sinalaya. Yep. There's the package.
Whoa, it is a large package.
Let's open that bad boy up.
What could this be? All right. Let's see if I have to.
Need some keys?
No, I'm just going to manhandle it.
Okay.
It's much more sexy this way.
All right.
Ta-da! I'm stronger than the box. Ooh, look how pretty. Pull this out. More paper. All right, well, let's see. How do we get into this? Well, drop it on the ground. Wow.
Should be a card on there, maybe.
That is. Oh, there is a card. Aha. A surprise.
Rob's large.
Unwrap your present before opening this envelope, it says.
Oh, sorry.
Well, why you gotta throw things off?
How could you know that if you didn't read the
I know.
envelope?
I did read the envelope. Thank you for telling me that I should read the envelope. What the? Holy cow.
What is it?
That casual mention of budgetary reasons?
Yes.
Holy crap. No way.
Yeah, what did he get you?
It's a freaking Xbox One.
He got you an Xbox One, dude. That is unbelievable.
My goodness. Sinalaya, you are insane. That is amazing. I can't even. I feel like I can't even accept this, but this is amazing.
Wow.
Right, I guess I'll be catching up on my gaming.
Right on.
Get some free time. I'm gonna be off the next couple of days, boss.
Yeah.
I got some really urgent things to do. No, I can open it. Okay, no, it's just the actual receipt saying what's in there. Wow. Thank you, Sinalaya. You're amazing, and I really.
Pull it up. Let's see.
Above and beyond, our community is the absolute best.
Wow.
Thank you.
Wow, I mean, words can't describe how generous that was, Sinalaya. That was very kind. I do think Rob was expecting booze, so that was quite a bit of a shock to his system, and that's amazing. Amazingly generous of you. Thank you very much. You guys, fans out there, are absolutely the stinking best in the world. To be fair, Rob's been a good boy this week. He's hooking it up this weekend. He's like going, well, you got to get this done first. So, but he is definitely in for a big session this whole weekend, and we're going to try to hook up and play some Battlefield together. So, thank you guys very much. Thanks, Sinalaya, very much for doing that. It's very kind of you. Now, it's hard to follow a moment like that. I mean, so just to show how awesome, cool you guys are, let's show who's the most valuable poster this week.
Welcome to Most Valuable Post, where we recognize a member of our community who's made a positive contribution to Descent Underground. This week, we honor somebody who is a brand new player. Not only gave us some insightful feedback on their VR experience, but also it gave a really detailed and complete bug report. So congratulations, Peach Fuzz. You made this week's Most Valuable Post.
Love it. Love it. Love it. So that is fantastic. Well done. Now hold on a minute. You know what? I've got this script in front of me. You guys can see it right here. I totally. If you can see it, yeah. I totally nerfed right there. I forgot. I skipped ahead. Typical me. Skipping ahead. Typical me. And now breaking the camera. Okay, there we go. Okay, so I skipped ahead. What I'm supposed to be running is forum feedback. So let's take a last week. It seemed that was really. All hail the Hypnobot. Hail the Hypnobot. Hail. Run forum feedback, you dumbass.
It's time for forum feedback.
Alrighty.
Some forum feedback from the forum. And let's shave Kaji's beard.
All right. So our first question from Yobode, an undergrounder.
Yobode.
Are there any plans to expand the Charon survival map, maybe with some new areas after stage 10 or something?
What?
Ooh.
No, not right now that I know of.
Yeah, there's the question. There's the answer that I know of.
Well, the problem is you'd have to rewrite the entire mission to make that work. So,
Well, Keith and I've been. We'll see. We'll see. Let's just say that thought has crossed our minds, but there's currently no plans for it. But it would be kind of cool if one day you start playing it and there's a whole other area to go to. So,
I'd just make a new map if we wanted a bigger one, though. I mean, that one's
we'll see.
would require a lot of rewriting to make that work.
Well,
True.
Here's the other thing, though. We're not done with survival as a mode anyway yet, because there's still a lot of AI bot type work to be done, a lot of voice work that
Bosses.
needs to be done, bosses, yes.
Yeah.
So,
Polish.
indeed.
Okay.
And secrets are supposed to be secret.
Yeah.
Once the new modular level system is up, who knows?
Oh, Stikaji. It's on the modular man thing there.
Flawless Pig Latin.
It was terrible. Flawless.
Genius.
All right. So our next question from Chucky, also an undergrounder. Are there any plans to include the Earthshaker missile in the arsenal? And could you please load me up with a few hundred of them?
We want those. I mean, that would be really awesome, I would think. But
Yeah.
that's phase 2 stuff. I mean, we're not planning on adding a lot of new weapons from here until the end of this round. But
Is it? Are we doing the? I can't remember. Are we doing the guided this round, or are we?
the guidance on the list. The camera is the only issue with
Right.
that. But yeah, I mean, I think guided is the last one on our list of original list of
Well,
weapons.
if we go with a full
For this time
screen
around.
camera, like the, I think D1 had a full screen camera, wasn't it?
Yeah, if we did full screen.
D1
guided
didn't
would-
have the
Or
guide
D-
missile.
yeah, sorry,
It
D2.
was
No, it
introduced in D2. D2 uses one of the subscreens in the cockpit to display the guided missiles camera.
I'm trying to remember what I remember playing something where I had a full screen, but anyway, okay.
I know it could be a setting that for all I
Oh,
know.
okay, maybe that's what it was. Maybe I
And
had a
granted, I've
setting.
only ever played D2X, so I mean, in the original Descent 2 executable, it could be different.
Okay. All right.
You hacker.
All right. So, next question from Storm Pruder, an undergrounder. At what point in development would you consider adding head tracking support for like Track IR or Free Track?
That sounds like we got to throw a pixely at that.
Okay, so we actually have a Track IR kit somewhere. That's something we're planning on introducing a lot later because we want to because Track IR is kind of a half step between standard play and VR, and we want to nail VR really well before we introduce this weird hybrid half measure that could end up being, since VR isn't all the way there yet, worse than both of the other modes.
Aren't we also waiting on Unreal to? Aren't they working on a Track IR thing, and we are dependent on a lot of the stuff from them?
I don't know if Epic were the ones that were supposed to be working on it, but yes, someone, and I don't know, theoretically in the distant future, that could be us, would need to write a plugin to have the engine interface with Track IR or Free Track or other technologies like that. I mean, that's how we do a lot of stuff. Everything's kind of plugin based. That's how we do joysticks, for instance. If there were no joystick plugin, the joystick support for the game would be a lot further behind than it is.
Well, yeah, I mean, and some of them we get other people's plugins to use, which shared, and then others like we wrote the Blink-In plugin, for the chroma keys and stuff, and then we share that with other developers. So it's kind of like it's a pretty neat little system that Epic has going there for all of us.
And actually, I did speak with some guys from Natural Point, the Track IR guys at PAX South, and they were working on a UE4 plugin, and I hit them up by email, I don't know, a couple of weeks ago, maybe a little bit longer, and they were still working on it. So they don't have that out for us yet, last I heard.
Cool. So we want to support it. We're just not there yet. And it's probably one of those things that once we are there, it won't take too long once we focus on it to get it in there.
Indeed.
Alrighty. Another question. This one from DEFCON X and Undergrounder. Once DU comes out, will players be able to make new single-player missions and maybe sell them or get some money, if the packs get sold or whatever?
Yeah, so that has always been our intention. We still have some legal issues to work out. I mean, we would love for people to be able to make single-player mission stories, make mods, and go on from there, or then have like an eBay type system in there where we could sell them and you guys could monetize that. And obviously, we would take a cut. I mean, come on, we're gonna take a cut, but it would be not a big one. So yeah, I've always said that I think it's very cool that people could make money. Like somebody in the Ukraine or something could put something together and we'd sell their stuff as a map pack, perhaps, and they make a couple bucks each unit. So that is the intent. We've got to get around the laws and find out exactly what we're legally allowed to do. I think it's okay to do, but yeah, that is absolutely our intent.
There's also a lot of tech work that needs to go into that in regards to building an editor for you guys to use. That's more than just giving you pieces to build maps with. Things like giving you access to being able to place bots, to be able to script missions,
because you got to be able to test
fly around.
Right.
Exactly.
And you need to be able to share it with a few of your friends so you can test it and then say, okay, it's good. You guys descend and take a look at it and see what you think. And because everything, to be fair, everything's gonna have to be vetted through us. I mean, we don't want anything that gets sold in the marketplace or is officially approved needs to go through us, because we don't want we don't want a bunch of pictures of pornography in some level out there that's just in the general public. So not that that's that bad, right, Tyler? Aren't you really into that stuff? No, we just got to maintain control so that when we tell this to children and kids, that we know that what's in there is approved by us. That doesn't mean that if you want to run a mod community, because we do want to have your own servers, you want to do your own thing, you can go do that with your friends, but we won't. You can't sell it. We won't let you sell it.
Okay, so yeah, the idea being basically that once we get the good map, the full map kit, the full editor, the mod tools, all that kind of stuff, we would set up some kind of a system where people could submit.
There has to be a submission system, a testing system from our end. There'll have to be, yes, all that. I mean, that's a lot of stuff to do, and that's probably going to be 2017 at the earliest, mid 2017.
Okay. Our next question from Puddles and Undergrounder. Could Charon be an option for the Conquest and Anarchy game modes?
It could be. But
probably put that together. We'd have to do some level blueprint stuff to make it work, but I don't think it would be impossible.
Yeah, but well, you could, but doesn't that kind of take away the specialness of Charon, or no?
I mean, I think it would, and I mean the thing is, Charon was purpose built to be a survival map, and personally, I don't think it really works all that well.
Or for Conquest.
Well, the thing is with like you have to dedicate 2 of the existing zones to be spawn points anyway, because you can't have everyone spawn in the starting zone that traditionally occurs. So you're taking up 2 of these zones, I would imagine, Warehouse and Warren, since those are across from each other. So that severely limits the number of places you could do that sort of stuff.
Well, what if we added another spawn zone, say underneath Pyramid or up above Pyramid or something that only is there when we're in Conquest?
Theoretically, I mean, the other part of it is that there are certain areas of the map I feel like aren't really that good for arena-style combat. Like, take the Warrens, for instance. It's all close quarters. Like there's no break in how close quarters it is. It's always you're in people's face, and you need like areas. You need to have a you need to vary it up, and the Wardens is so tight. And sure, there are open areas like the pyramid or warehouse, but those are also just entirely open. Like you don't really have cover in pyramid or warehouse. So it ends up being like these things are really disconnected, whereas they really should be flowing between each other as in the actual arena maps.
I don't know. I get his point. I think that we could look at it. I don't know. I know we don't have plans to do that right now because it's kind of it works well for survival, and I think at this point we've got other things on our plate that we're working on, like the turret and other things that are coming. So, yeah. And isn't there another map that's due to inner beautification at some point here? And then we just did BAM. Isn't there something else we're supposed to be throwing at Kaji at some point, or is he working on? No, he's working on the map pieces.
Yeah, he's working on the map pieces.
Right.
Single player stuff, yeah.
Oh, single player. That's exactly right. That's what he's working on.
Okay.
Wake up, Kaji. Show us the bong. Look at that hookah pipe back there in the background. He's going to get it. He's going to pretend like it's a statue or something.
Once and for all, he's showing us that
It's not a bong.
He'll ask that again next week anyway.
I know. He'll go get it again.
Alrighty. All right. And our last question for this week from In Spades. What do you guys think about setting up some kind of an official wiki? It could allow people to pool their knowledge.
I think that's a great idea. It's just something we don't necessarily have time for ourselves. I know that somebody had said they were going to do that early. I mean, somebody had set something up early, but I don't think it's ever been maintained.
Yeah, there is a wiki, and I'll try to throw it up on the bottom of the screen here, the URL for it. But yeah, like Wingman said, we don't run that, and that's a fan-maintained wiki. So
if you're asking if we think it's a good idea, yeah, it's a great idea.
Yes, it is a good idea.
Yeah, we'd love this. We'd love to see something like that up there. I mean, especially because our game can be complex. It's complicated, and we're constantly struggling, aren't we, Rob? About we're out of buttons. How do we handle this? How do we do that? Like right now, we're in discussions on how do we handle the turret, and so it's like we're constantly talking about different stuff like that. And it would be great if we're thinking about it, it's confusing for us to make sure that we get things right. It's probably super confusing for new people to join and try to play. It'd be nice for them to have a repository of stuff to go read and go, oh, that's how that works, or here's the best practice for that, or that kind of thing. It'd be huge.
Okay. So on that note, thank you everybody for your questions, and be sure to get on our forums and submit your questions for next week. Thank you, guys.
We'll see you guys underground. That was huge. Let us know on the forums if you guys like that new format. Actually, the Moreland, the Viewmaster's back from Atlanta next week. Shooting his movie, so we should be back to normally scheduled stuff. But it's kind of fun to do that. I think it's more fun to have more people involved in that, so we may stick to that format. I kind of like having more people involved in the answers and the parts, and talking about the parts of stuff, the game they're working on at that current time. It just seems to be more better and huge, and I mean it that way, huge. So it's now, before we get too far into this hugeness, speaking of huge, no, that's a bad timing. That would not be a good way of doing that. Let's go back to this.
Hey dissenters, Lindsay Ferris Martin here, and good news, we actually have found a call sign for me. Yay! Thanks everyone for your help and all of your feedback, but I think we are going to go with Captain Ness Sparkle Glitter Pants. Feel free to abbreviate any way that you want. Someone warned me that people might just call me Pants. Well, that's fine too, whatever makes you happy, but thank you guys so much for helping me find a name. I'm really, really excited about that. And this week coming up, what we're doing is we're assembling some of those videos that you guys shared with us, and we'll be posting those next week, some of our top favorites, so that you can vote on them, perhaps maybe on November 8th. You can take a vote and see which ones you like best, and then we will be presenting our winner very soon. So thanks for everyone for all of your help with my call sign, and then also thank you so much everyone for all of your videos and all your excitement and enthusiasm. We love hearing from you guys, so never hesitate to share. Thanks for everything. Bye guys.
Captain Ness Sparkle Beauty Pants? What the flippity? What? Reminder to self: don't let Lindsay pick her own name again, ever. Oh, but do let Lindsay show you what you can get. Ah, check it out. Spreadshirt. You can get your gear on. Start spreading the words about what we're up to on at Descent Underground. Let people see you rocking the stuff. Speaking of rocking the stuff,
stay in the zone.
And then
until it unlocks.
Oh, that's what that blue bar is. We got this. We got this.
Taking whatever this thing is. How do you know what it is?
Laser upgrade.
How do you know what it is?
Oh wow.
Wait, I didn't know if you could get
You guys
stuff.
are getting perks?
Where are the other
I
perks?
jumped
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Bad
this
start.
laser
Bad
wrecked.
start. Kelvin, you're getting
Whoa. What is
Lit up.
Ow, big shot.
Someone go administration.
I got him.
Where's administration?
I want to get that stuff. You guys
Oh.
are treasures.
Oh look, I have a shield. Wow, I have an arm. This is so cool in VR.
Wait, where's the-
it's
Oh,
the F
I can
button.
hide behind you.
Oh yeah, hide behind me.
That's excellent. Can I shoot
Oh
through?
wow.
very, very cool. Love that Smosh is playing the game. Are you playing the game? If not, get your butt in there and play the game, man. What are you waiting for? Come on, man. It's really fun. It's in a good place. Help us spread the word. Do your job, dude and dudette. And Miss Sparkle Pants. Really? Sparkle Pants? Okay. Or as Pixley would say, Sparkle Pants? I mean, come on! What the kind of Sparkle Pants are we doing here? Anyway, it is now time to play the game. So let's what we're gonna do here is we're gonna in the show, you'll see the end. We have this really funny tag to show you, and then we're gonna go into Let's Play. And we're gonna show you some of the stuff we're working on as a team first, and then we'll get into playing with you guys. So if the stream pauses for just a second, that's okay. We're just getting the Let's Play up. So in the meantime, if I can figure out how to end this, I will. That's kind of a metaphor for the show, isn't it? Isn't it? I mean, isn't it really? I mean, let's watch that again. Coming in for landing and Sparkle Pants! Ouch! Ugh. And there you have it.